President Bola Tinubu is seeking the support of the United States over threats to democracies in Africa. He advised U.S. President Envoy and Assistant Secretary of State of African Affairs, Ambassador Molly Fee, to ensure that U.S. policy is intentionally collaborative with independent African democracies at a time when they are under assault by anti-democratic forces within and outside the continent. Dr. President Bola Tinubu seeing the trend, especially around West African countries, and this care is not taken, might spread across more states, more countries in the West Africa, in around West Africa.
Yes, the president is right on that. But there are two issues there for me. Number one, there is no other way out for African countries than to institute good governance. What we have seen is that governance has collapsed in a lot of African countries. What we have now are people who struggle to get into government to enrich themselves and make the people that they're supposed to serve poorer. Once those who are in government understand this, I don't see how it will be possible to overrun a democratically elected government. And part of what we've seen in Niger Republic, which is the most recent, is that even the people, no matter how much of bribe they would have been given, are out on the streets supporting the coup plotters, hailing them for doing what they did. So, good governance, we can't take away. Number two was what President Bola Tinubu said when he received letters of credence from some ambassadors. And I think I like that. And that is the fact that Africa must look inward to resolve its own issues. All of these people, including the US, that we are calling on to help us, will only protect their own interests as far as Africa is concerned. Yeah. Let me quote the president. He said Africans need to work for the progress of Africa. We should be able to resolve our internal problems collectively. It requires a great commitment, but we must work, we must do that. No one can understand our people better than we do. Homegrown solutions are better for all of us, and the remedies will last longer. When we completely depend on foreigners to help us, they are going to come here to protect their own interests. Like I said at the time on the program, it is only Nigeria that I have seen made commitments in places like Liberia and Sierra Leone without thinking of what is in it for us. Other countries don't do it. Mm-hmm. Other countries don't do it. If we bring in a French company to Nigeria today for oil exploration, they are going to bring in their own managers into that company. Check the IOCs. Is it that we lack the personnel that can handle what we are doing now with our crude? We don't. But they are the ones who are bringing in their own investment, so they are protecting their own interests. That is what African countries must learn. You can't go and invite other countries like France or any other one to come and help you to work on your mineral resources. And you think that they are going to hand it back to you the way it is. Just like what is happening with our own crude in Nigeria. We take it out, they refine for us, they give us only petrol or diesel at a rate that we cannot work with. It's just the same thing, inviting these other countries. Their interest in Africa will purely be to serve themselves. So we must look inward and address these issues ourselves, because no other person can help us other than ourselves.
Well, it was as if you read my thoughts. It's ironical. It doesn't make sense. Africa is so much blessed with resources, natural resources, but we are bedeviled by bad leadership. So asking, President Tinubu spoke like an African leader who should, a key African leader. But beyond that, we must bring good governance. Africa has suffered brain drain because of what? Bad governance. There are many Africans who think that there is no hope for them in this continent. And that's the truth. We've had Africans, and Nigerians in particular, that have had to risk their lives, migrating to the desert just to get to Europe. Many people are ready to do anything in Europe, to become slaves, to go into prostitution, so that they can escape the harsh realities of Africa. Doctors have run away and they are still running. The Jackpot syndrome, the degree of the syndrome is higher. And you said it the other time. You said Nigerians are now, want to jackpot to Cyprus, even countries that were not mentioned when we didn't hear before. That they want to go anywhere. Look at the war in Ukraine. A lot of Nigerian students were stranded. They had to leave Ukraine because of. And why would they go to Ukraine in the first place?
Well, we don't even speak the same language.
Just imagine, why would Nigerians go to a place like Sudan to study? It's the issue of bad governance in this continent. We've had powerful men, dictators, even civilian dictators, who are not delivering good life to their people. And people don't even believe in their government. Look what's happening in Niger now. I can tell you for free that even if these people don't relinquish power, one way or the other, Niger will have a way of getting rid of them. The people in power. Now, because they are not going to be better, whatever excuse they have, for ousting Bazoum, you understand, does not mean that they are going to become, in fact, they don't even look like people that are intelligent from their utterances or their actions. They are so intelligent, they look so poor, sound so poorly educated. You understand what I'm trying to say? And that's the kind of, they are the people that are trying to administer a nation, steering the affairs of their people. So what Africa needs to look inward and, find a way of doing better for ourselves. And that's the truth. We have to do better for ourselves in this country. America is interested in America. If America comes to Nigeria, America is looking for America in Nigeria. America is looking for America anywhere America goes. Same with France. Same with UK. They are looking for their countries in other countries. Why don't we find ourselves in our various countries in this continent? And let's get better.